Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Neha Paryani and I welcome you all to the practice session series for accountancy class 12. So we have started this practice session series wherein we will be discussing more and more questions from the textbook. Now the textbook that I follow is this one, textbook from NCERT. If you have this textbook, it's okay. If you don't have this textbook, you can download the soft copy of this textbook from the internet. You can also download the latest version of it. So now let's start with our session. So the topic that we are discussing today is interest on capital. In my previous video, we have already discussed two problems on interest on capital. Basically, in your textbook, there are four problems. We have already discussed two problems, and in today's session, we are going to discuss the next two. Okay. So first of all, let's try to understand here that so there will be two cases or two different types of questions that can be asked on the interest on capital. Okay. So in the first case, the opening capital will be given in the question, right? So opening capital will be given. So on that, along with that, the rate of interest will also be given. Okay. So it's very simple. When opening capital is known and rate of interest on capital is known, we can simply find out the interest on capital. Okay. Along with that, if we have any additional capital, then we will find interest for additional capital as well. Okay. So in case we have any drawings, then we deduct the drawings. Clear? So this was the first concept that we have discussed. Okay. Now the second case is when opening capital is not given in the question. This is not given in the question, but closing capital will be given. Okay. So closing capital, and along with that certain other things will be given. So with the help of those things, first of all, we have to find out the opening capital. Okay. After finding the opening capital, then we have to find out the interest on capital. Clear? So we are going to discuss this second case today. Okay. Now how to find out closing capital? Okay. So how to find out opening capital? Right? So you must be remembering the balance sheet that we used to do. Okay. So in balance sheet, we always on the liability side, we'll start with the capital amount, right? So there will be some capital amount. If there was net profit, then we used to add it there. Okay. Net profit was to be added, and if we had any net loss, then we would deduct the net loss from the capital, right? So we'll get certain figure here. Okay. Then in case there are any drawings, then again we would deduct the drawings from this. Okay. So again we'll get a figure. Okay. Then if we had any additional capital, then we would add it. Okay. So finally the amount will be written in the outer column, right? So this is what we call it as closing capital. Okay. And the capital that we have at the beginning will be the opening capital. Is that clear? Now in the question, this amount will be given, this figure will be given, basically closing capital will be given, and we have to find out the opening capital here. Okay. So how it can be done? We just have to reverse all these things. Okay. See, I'll tell you. So suppose closing capital is given. Closing capital is given. Okay. So now here what we did, we have added the additional capital, right? So here if we have the additional capital, we would deduct it. Additional capital should be deducted. Okay. So we'll get certain amount. Okay. Then here we have deducted the drawings, right? So then here in this case, we have to add it if we have any drawings. Okay. Then again we'll get certain amount. Okay. Then if we had net profit, we would add it. If we have net loss, then would deduct it in this case. Okay. Here we have to do the opposite thing. If we have net profit, then we will deduct it, and if we have net loss, then we will add it. Okay. So we'll get an amount. Okay. So this amount will be the opening capital, right? We have to find out this amount. Okay. But the problem doesn't end here. So this is just the opening capital. After that, we have to find out the interest on capital. Okay, so whatever the rate is given in the question, according to that we have to find out the interest on capital. Okay, so let us do a problem on it so we can easily understand that. Okay, so the problem here is on March 31, 2006, after the close of accounts, the capital of Mountain, Hill and Rock stood in the books at of the firm at rupees 4 lakh, rupees 3 lakh and rupees 2 lakh respectively. Okay, so if you read this line carefully, they are telling that after the close of accounts, it means at the end of the year. So the capital which is given here is closing capital, the capital which is at the end of the year. Okay, subsequently it was discovered that interest on capital at 10% per annum has been omitted. Okay, the profit for the year amounted to rupees 1,50,000 and the partners drawings had been Mountain rupees 20,000, Hill rupees 15,000 and Rock rupees 10,000. Okay, calculate interest on capital, right? So I have drawn a table here for solution. Okay, so this can also be done without drawing the table. Okay, so remember this is not an account, right? So this is just an table so that we can easily solve the problem, right? So first of all, as I told you, we have to take the uh, closing capital, right? Now we know that closing capital will always be at the end of the year. Okay, so I'm writing it as 31st March of the year 2007. Okay, sorry, 2006, it's given in the question. Okay, so the closing capital on this date is closing capital of all the three partners is Mountain rupees 4 lakh, okay, Hill rupees 3 lakh and Rock rupees 2 lakh. Clear? Then they are telling that interest on capital is at 10% per annum. Okay, this we will see later after finding the opening capital. Okay, then the profits for the year amounted to rupees 1,50,000 and partners drawings had been uh, Mountain 20,000, Hill 15 and Rock 10,000. Okay, so as I told you, when we prepare the balance sheet we would deduct the drawings. Okay, but here we have to add it. Okay, so drawings, so drawings amount is clearly given 20,000 for Mountain, 15,000 for Hill and 10,000 for Rock. Okay, so now we will get certain figure. Okay, so for Mountain we are getting 4,20,000 rupees till now. Okay, and for Hill we are getting 3,15,000 rupees and for Rock we are getting 2,10,000 rupees. Okay, now we also have profit in this problem. Okay, profit is given, but profit for whole firm is given. Okay, now this profit will obviously be distributed among the partners, right? So the ratio of distribution of profits is not given here, so we would assume that they are distributing it equally. Okay, so now if we have profits we have to deduct it here. In the balance sheet we add the net profits, but here let's deduct it. Less profits, okay, for all the partners Mountain, Hill and Rock, right? So total profits are rupees 1,50,000 into 1 by 3. We are assuming that all the three partners are sharing profits equally because profit sharing ratio is not given. Okay, so total profits are 1,50,000 into 1 by 3. Out of 3 shares, Mountain is having 1 share. Okay, so similarly we will write for Hill and Rock also. Okay, so when we will simplify this, we'll get the amounts as 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000. Okay, so deduct 50,000 from this amount. Okay, so we'll get the amount as 3,70,000 for Mountain. For Hill we are getting 2,65,000. Okay, and for Rock we are getting 1,60,000. Okay, so now this is the opening capital, right? So as I told you, the problem doesn't end here. We have just found out the opening capital till now. Okay, now we have to find out the interest on capital, right? So we can write it as calculation of interest on capital. Okay, first let's find out for Mountain. Okay, so the capital of Mountain is rupees 3,70,000. Okay, into rate of interest is 10%. It's given in the question, 10% per annum, right? So 10% means 10 divided by 100, right? So the amount here would be 37,000 is the interest on capital for Mountain, right? Similarly, let's find out for Hill. Okay, the capital, opening capital of Hill is rupees 2,65,000. Okay, 2,65,000 into, again, rate of interest is 10% per annum, so 10 by 100. So we'll get the here amount here as 26,500. Okay, now interest on capital for Hill is 26,500 per annum. Okay, next, at last, for Rock. Okay, capital of Rock is 1,60,000 into 10% per annum is the rate of interest. So we are getting the amount 16,000 rupees as interest on capital for Rock, right? So this is how we have to do when opening capital is not given in the question. Okay, just remember the balance sheet and just do all the things in reverse manner. Then we will find the opening capital. Then we can easily find out the interest on capital for all the partners. I hope it's clear now. Right. So now let's move on to the next question. Okay. So the next question is, following is the extract of balance sheet of Neelkant and Mahadev as on March 31, 2007. Okay. So the balance sheet is given in the question, right? So in the balance sheet, the fixed capital of both the partners is given. Okay, along with that, their current account balance is also given, right? Then we have profits, and again we have drawings. Okay, so here we have to find out the interest on capital, right? So remember one thing, when we have current account balances, it means that the firm is following fixed capital method for preparing partners capital account. Okay, so in this case, it's very easy to find out interest on capital, because interest on capital will always be charged on the fixed capital itself. Okay, only on the fixed capital. Now this current account balances, profits, drawings won't affect anything on the interest on capital, right? So here we have interest, we have capitals. Along with that, we have rate of interest on capital, that is 5% per annum. Okay, so it's very simple now. So let's find out interest on capital for Neelkant first. Okay, so his fixed capital is 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees. We know the rate of interest on capital, right? That is 5% per annum. So it means 5 divided by 100. Okay, so when we multiply this, then we'll get the answer as rupees 50,000. Okay, so this is the interest on capital for Neelkant, right? Similarly, let's find out for Mahadev. Okay, again the capital of Mahadev is rupees 10 lakh. Rate of interest is also same, so that is 5 divided by 100. Okay, so again when we simplify this, we'll get the amount as rupees 50,000. Right, so this is the interest on capital for both the partners per annum. Okay, so it's very simple here. You have to remember, always the interest on capital is charged on fixed capital itself, right? In the previous problems, current account balances, all those things was not mentioned, so firm was following the fluctuating method of preparing partners capital accounts. But here the firm is following fixed capital method. So all the drawings, all the things like drawings, additional capital, or the profit and loss appropriation account, these all would affect the current account, not the capital account. Okay, sorry, additional capital will affect it here, but in this question additional capital it's not given. Clear? So we are just taking the fixed capital amount, that is rupees 10 lakh, and we also have the interest on capital, that is 5% per annum. So simply we are finding out the interest here. Okay, I hope it's clear. So by this we have completed all the problems on interest on capital topic. From my next session we will be starting interest on drawings topic and solve more and more textbook problems on that topic. Okay, so keep watching.